Hi, my name is Ariel Gilmer and I will be presenting to you on the country of Greece. To begin, Greece's capital is Athens. Their population is about 10.6 million. Some of the official languages of Greece is obviously Greek, and also some speak French and English. Some of the religions that exist include Greek Orthodox, which is about 98% of the population. The Muslim population is about 1.3%, and it's about 0.7% or just under 1 for all other religions. The ethnic groups that exist in this country are 98% Greek and about 2% Turkish and other ethnic groups. Next, we will look at the business and banking sector of Greece. The economic fabric right now is extremely shaky. Small multinational enterprises and other individual businesses, which are also big essential elements, are struggling to survive. Faced with a drop in orders in their companies, the pressure of increased taxation, a drying up of credit, and a lengthening amount of period for customer payments to be returned, they have seen a fall in turnover, also followed by profit margins that are shrinking. Many companies have begun to shed some of their workers so they don't go under. In this context, payment defaults can only increase the businesses that are beginning to close and close forever. Nearly all sectors are affected, especially with the building and the public works sectors. They are most closely related, and trade has also been hit the hardest. Tourism, which is about 15% of Greece's GDP, was affected by political and social instability over most of 2012 and 2013. Next, we'll review some of the local perspectives on Greek culture. Some might ask, what do I need to know about verbal and nonverbal communications? Greeks are people that like to hug and kiss and stay very close to each other. Many might say that there is not an acceptable distance between you and the person that separates you when talking to each other. You must set your own boundaries and own distance between you and the person you're having a conversation with. Touching is also very acceptable in conversations. Eye contact to Greeks is very, very important. An old saying has been said that the eyes mirror the soul, and in that way, they have very much power. Making eye contact is a sign of personal empowerment, but it's also a sign of seeking communication with another person. As long as the tone in your voice is very friendly, there are no instructions on how to tone your voice and how to direct your communication towards another person. Expressing one's emotions and feelings in gestures and your behaviors is also a huge acceptable thing in Greece. Another local perspective exists when you look at the dress code in Greece and also the way you do business. In Greece, employers value individual appearance, and dress code is very important to them. Employees should be fashionable, yet formally dressed at all times. Self-presentation is important to gain your employer's attention and the attention of the customers that you deal with in your company. Do not forget that you represent your employer, so first impressions should always be valued, especially in the Greek cultural environment. In the workplace, you need to look relaxed and slowly open up yourself to colleagues. It's a process that you can't rush. Greeks are famous for their openness and relatable attitude, but in an antagonistic environment, you have to contemplate about how to approach them so you can have friends as well as colleagues. In a strict working environment, there are titles for everyone. You should address your superiors such as sir, madam, or other very formal names. Usually, you will find that after some time into a conversation, they will ask you to address them by their first name or a personal basis. In Greece, companies and businesses want you to prove yourself. So don't forget about deadlines and being punctual because they are watching at all times. Sometimes daily work can tend to be a little relaxed in terms of the responsibilities you have, but do not forget that you are trying to prove yourself and that you need to be a productive member of your job if you do care about it. You can call in sick if you give a little bit of notice. That would be much more favorable to people in the Greek culture and in Greek business. Next, we'll look at some of the measures that Hofstede has provided for Greece. One that's very important and is the highest amongst all the others is uncertainty avoidance. The dimension of uncertainty avoidance has to do with the way society deals with the fact that the future cannot ever be known. Should we try to control the future or just let it happen as it is? This ambiguity brings a lot of anxiety and causes different cultures to handle it in different ways. At a 100 out of 100, Greece has the highest score on uncertainty avoidance, which means that this nation of Greeks are not at all comfortable with ambiguous situations. The unforeseen is always ready there to lay an ambush. In Greece, as in all high uncertainty avoidance societies, bureaucracy, laws, and rules are very important to make the world a safer place to live in. Greeks need to have a good and relaxing moments in every day, which may include chatting with their colleagues, enjoying a very long meal, or dancing with their guests and other friends. Due to their high score in this dimension, Greeks are very passionate and very demonstrative people. Emotions are easily known through their body language, and the Greek myth of birth tells us a lot about their high uncertainty avoidance. There's a myth that's been said that at the very beginning there was only chaos, but then Chronos, which means time, came along to organize and make life much easier to manage. Finally, we'll go over Greece's Human Development Index. And the Human Development Index is a composite index measuring the average achievement in three basic dimensions of human development, such as a long, healthy life with knowledge and a decent standard of living. Some of these dimensions might include life expectancy at birth, mean years of schooling, and the expected years of schooling. Greece's Human Development Index for 2013 was about 0.860. In this very high human development category, the positioning of this country was 29 out of 187 countries and territories. Thank you for listening to my presentation on Greece, and I hope that it was very informative and gives you a bigger perspective on what the country is like.